Yeah, I like it.
Oh, you got really loud.
Did I?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a while since we use these things.
Okay, but I think someday we should graduate to the lapels.
Lapels.
Like the lapel mics.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
I like when it's more chill when you're just like, I picture myself just lounging back in a chair with a bunch of pillows and a hot cup of tea.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
If we had like, oh, you know what we could do? Like just fill this with pillows.
I know, and
like
I
sit on the floor.
I have that beanbag chair that I can't get rid of. Nobody has room for it. I
Yeah.
know, that's what I mean. Like
just chill in beanbag chairs.
Yeah. Like we need to revamp it in here.
Yeah.
And we could get
Like a jungle vibe going on.
Well, and I was thinking even jungle vibe.
Oh, I don't
What do you
know.
mean?
just like a hippie thing.
I was thinking the lights, like you know how everybody had like my kids still have them, like the fluorescent light strips.
Yeah.
Like have it like dark in here, but fluorescent lights.
Like the light tape.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And like a fucking lava lamp and just like weird lamps and lighting. Then we wouldn't have to worry about the lighting.
Right.
Or
we would still need lighting.
I know, but
yeah,
it wouldn't matter.
It'd look cool.
Yeah. I think it'd be more fun. Like we
just
need
chill vibes.
We need to graduate into just in general more chill vibes.
Okay, so what's this band called that you've been listening to?
Hey Steve.
Okay, and that song was called what? Nasty Cathy?
Nasty Cathy. I just love like a good storytelling song, you know?
Did you know a Nasty Cathy?
I've never known a Nasty Cathy.
But like that type of person.
I'm trying to think. There are definitely like memorable older women.
From
like
the bar days?
Bar star older women that are memorable.
Yeah.
I feel like, you know.
Always smoke darts.
But the funny thing is now that I'm older, I look back and I'm like, that person wasn't even that old. Just like when we were in our 20s, they seemed so old.
Right.
Like if there was a 35-year-old woman in the bar at the time that was like, you know, putting out the vibe. It just seemed like a Nasty Cathy type thing, but like now 35 is just like a baby to me.
Right.
Your perspective changes so much.
Yeah, when you're like 16, 35 seems old.
Oh.
But I was thinking more of, like that person that, like you said, because that song's about like late 80s, early 90s.
I think so, yeah.
And there was a bunch of people. Like there's no, like even when you go to the bar now, there isn't like characters there.
Because you're not allowed to be, because everybody, I feel like, is so judgmental.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, whether people admit it or not, the second anybody's like any little bit different stands out from the crowd, it's not like a character thing. It's like, ooh,
that person's
weird. Weird. What a weirdo.
Yeah.
You know? And I don't, like, maybe it's just a small town thing, but I don't know. Characters, there's tons of different types of characters in the city. But when you're thinking about small town characters,
right?
The 80s, I feel like the 80s and 90s had a lot of real characters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're not going to name names, but there was definitely...
No, just even in general.
Yeah.
But maybe that's just a thing that people remember from their childhoods is like the crazy adults that you were surrounded by. Like, did your parents party?
Yeah. They like house parties.
Yeah.
Like they always went to house and to the like I wasn't old enough to go to the bar with them, so I don't know what they were like.
No,
in the
but
bar,
like
but
my parents, they always had like a group of friends that they partied with. So like people would come over for drinks or
just sit around the kitchen table or the dining room table, like 12 of them.
Yeah, or have a fire in the backyard. And then when I was in my 30s, that's what we were doing. But I never felt that as old as they seemed to me at the time.
Yeah.
You know? Just like a bunch of old people sitting around drinking.
But they were always laughing and telling it was like a competition to see who could be the most funny.
And they got fucked up back in the day.
Rum and Cokes.
Yeah. Like I feel like we're good compared to what they used to be.
And drove us home.
Yeah.
Because we always went with them.
Yeah. And that was the fun part. It was like, you knew the weekend was coming. Where are we going visiting this weekend?
Right.
And you just toured around.
Yeah.
And they always put the kids in the basement or in one bedroom. Like the kids had to stay contained and disappear.
Yeah. Or go outside.
Yeah, you never bothered the adults because you didn't want to go home because you were having the time of your life. Like all these kids getting free reign to do whatever they want because their parents weren't watching them. Their parents were getting fucked up in the living room.
And I find as soon as the kids came in to hang out with the parents, they're like, "Okay, it's time to go home." And you're like, "Aw."
No, it was more like, "Here's my coat. Go cover up and lay in the corner."
We got a mean game of crokinole going right now.
But I loved having parents. Like I loved seeing that. Like they used to do things like have Halloween dress up parties and like big affairs out in the shop where they had like games and everything lined up just for their group of friends. And they would do that for all the holidays and stuff at the rink, and it was all the same people.
In a big group of them. Yeah, it was a big. It was social. I also I think of like role models, and all the people that I looked up to when I was younger were like my dad's buddies.
Okay.
And, like I thought they were hilarious and funny and cool and like, had interesting stories.
Did you get to be around them much?
Yeah, a little bit.
Like fly on the wall type thing, or involved in what they were doing?
Kind of fly on the wall type stuff. Like you're always in the other room listening to their stories and whatever.
Well, that's what I mean about like the kids being banished. But I remember
you didn't want to go too far.
The parents they were having one of those murder mystery parties in my parents' house down in the main part, the living room kitchen. So all the kids had to go upstairs, and we would sit on the stairs and like spy on them and listen to them or whatever. But yeah. Like banished but listening. You heard everything.
Yeah.
You just didn't know what it meant. So what kind of things do you think you learned from your dad's buddies?
I don't know. It's like nothing in particular, but just like being social and having conversation, like being at a party around people and like having like chatting with people. Like not just sitting, because the people that just sat in the corner and didn't say anything, I don't remember them from when, like when you're 8. I remember the ones that were loud
and crazy,
boisterous,
ones.
and that kind of had the room, that were engaging people.
Yeah,
right. Like those are the ones you remember.
Those are the Nasty Cathy.
Those are the Nasty Cathy.
But honestly, like that song was like a love letter to her, basically.
Yeah,
like
she seemed like a cool gal,
and that's real life, you know.
Yeah. Do
you ever think like what people think of you like that? Like if somebody would write a song about you, what do you think they would say?
Oh man, I don't know.
Have you ever thought about that? Like other people's perspectives of you?
Not really. It doesn't,
because it's crossed my mind
about it too much
before when you're observing people. Yeah. And we talked earlier about being judgmental.
Right.
But I think it's like it's human nature to make quick observations. Like you call it a first impression or whatever, but you make observations. Like if you had to see someone for 10 seconds and then describe them to the police, like what would you remember? Or if, your friend passed away and you had to say what you remembered about them, like what do you think people would say about you?
Jesus, I don't know. Because there's a different, like, what would I want them to say about me and what I think they would say about me.
What do you think they would say? This is where I'm talking about, like,
I don't know.
Trying to be in the brain of the observer of you.
Right. I don't know. I'd ask you. I don't know what people think of me.
It's something to ponder. Or maybe it's something you shouldn't.
Yeah, like, I don't worry about it.
Maybe I think too much lately about like what I look like from the outside, what my life looks like from the outside.
Right. I'm more worried about just like being a good person. Right? Like,
are you worried about being a good? What do you
mean?
Yeah,
like I try to. Like I don't know. Sometimes you're not. Sometimes I could probably come across as a dick, but I like genuinely try to. Like as you get older too. Like I don't want to be like one of those old grumpy, like cynical people.
Well, this is what I'm talking about, like
Right.
personal affectations. I'm not talking about like whether people think I'm a good person or not. Just like if they're observing me from a distance or like what my daily patterns are. You know how you notice this about people?
Mm-hmm.
Like sometimes I wish I could just like observe myself like that. You know, like you're probably so blind to the things you do repeatedly.
And yeah, you don't even think about them too.
Yeah.
Where some other people might find them annoying or
Yeah.
right? Or
Because have you ever been annoyed by somebody else's like habits?
Yes.
So like
Or
everybody
mannerisms.
Yeah, everybody has them. So I always sometimes think about that. Like I wonder what it is about me that would annoy people. I don't know. You never think about that.
I don't think about it in myself. I think about it in other people and what I like or dislike or find annoying about other people.
Okay,
like I'm very judgmental, but I don't think I'm. Maybe I am outright judgmental. Like, but
I feel like it's okay. Like it's human nature.
Yeah,
it's whether you like get married to that judgment. You know, like you don't want to just make a snap judgment about somebody and then never allow yourself to change your mind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't want your first impression of that person to be the way that you always.
Something I've learned is my first impression of people is usually wrong.
Is it?
I am a terrible judge of like character, first impression people. Like I always seem to get it wrong. Like I'm always surprised in the end, either way it went.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Like people that I think right away that I won't like, I usually end up really liking, and vice versa.
Yeah, people that you like, but you spend more time with them, and they're like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that first time you met them at the bar, they were really cool.
Well, not
or wherever, at somebody's house or at work.
Yeah. Like even like friends, you know, when you first meet someone, you're like, oh yeah, we could really be friends, you know, and then you get to know them, and you're like,
Yeah. I think I'm a pretty good. My first impressions are pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You probably are a good judge of character.
Because I've met so many people in my life.
Yeah.
Just from moving around lots.
But do you think that
And in my job, I meet a lot of people.
Would you say that you like make a first judgment of somebody and stay true to that? Or do you do you give someone like a 3-month grace period where you learn who they are?
Yeah, like if you're like say a new coworker or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just can't judge them and say, oh, I'm gonna like or not like that person. You gotta kinda But
I'm not saying you do. I'm just saying your first instinct.
Right. But like
your first 5 minutes with someone, usually you form some sort of opinion.
Right. Like I'm pretty good. Like in my job, we have a lot of sales reps come around, like different companies, and they're always changing. Like sometimes it's 6 months or a couple of years, you'll get a new.
Do you ever get sad when you lose one you like? I know, right?
Yeah, but I can usually tell within the first 2 minutes of a conversation with somebody whether I'm going to like them or not, or whether they're going to be a good rep or not.
Have you ever been wrong?
A few times, but the majority of the time I'm right. Yeah.
So what I've learned about observing people is it kind of makes myself it makes me more observant of my habits. And then like you said before, it's like I'll notice something that I really like about somebody, and then I will try and like emulate that, like be more like that.
Right.
Or if you notice something you really don't like about somebody, I'm always like, oh, I hope
I don't do that.
Well, but you normally do. That's what they say. That's what the psychology says, is that if there's something about somebody that you don't like, that is a mirror to something, that same thing in yourself that you don't like.
Right. Oh, okay.
Have you ever thought about that before?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think it's true? Have you noticed that it...
Like the things you don't like about certain people? No, not necessarily. I usually, the things I don't like about people are the things I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
right? But if I really, like you said, if I really like something about somebody, like say I think they're, like they talk a certain way, or sometimes if I hang out with that person long enough, I'll start talking like that.
Well, I think that's human
that
nature
imitation,
too.
right?
Imitation.
But I only imitate the people I really, really like.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't imitate people that I don't like or find annoying.
Mm-hmm.
It's usually the people. And
No, I'm not
usually they're
saying you
very
imitate them. I'm saying it's supposed to be
Right.
show you a mirror of something you don't like about yourself.
Yeah. I don't think so.
You'd have to really be like real with yourself, though.
Yeah.
I can tell you're very at the beginning of your self-awareness journey.
I change my mind a lot about what I think. Because I find myself, and even just with talking with you and with other people over the time, when somebody says something, I'll be like very quick to have an opinion about it or judge.
Mm-hmm.
But then the more they talk and the more they explain themselves, and especially if they do it in a way that isn't like abrasive and argumentative,
yeah,
they can very easily change my mind.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I even see that with like politics and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know if you should, but like Dean Jansen and
Mike Hill,
Shauna, or what's her name, Stanley, or Seymour. Jesus,
what?
Shelley. No.
What the fuck? What are you talking about?
Lloyd, what's your wife's name? Anyways, but they were having so Dean posted
Lloyd's wife.
Yeah.
Anne Marie.
No, Lloyd Seymour.
Oh. Who cares?
Anyways, sorry. So Dean posted Carney's speech that he did in front of the World Economic Forum.
Okay.
Like our prime minister.
That everyone's praising.
Yes, everybody says it was great.
Yeah.
And Lloyd or Dean, kind of said this is great. This is what a leader's supposed to be, and it was an excellent job. But then she got on there and she says, well, actually, he's saying a bunch, and there was like a very, like they both had good arguments.
Uh-huh.
And they weren't like fighting with each other. Like there were some other comments in that post that were just like, "Oh, Carney sucks," like, but there was no as to where she said like she was opposed to some of his policies and stuff like that, and that's what she said. She said time will tell. He says a lot of things, but his policies will ultimately back it up. And then but the things Dean said about him is like, so I could see like both arguments are
and that's
really good.
That's what I like too.
Yeah.
More of the philosophy that two things can be true at the same time.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's why I love interviewing people and having guests on and stuff like that, because you get somebody else's perspective.
That's
somebody else's human perspective, and there's so many of them. Like everybody has such an interesting point of view,
an opinion and the way they think about things, because a lot of the things that I think are that's right and that's wrong, or that's good policy, that's bad policy, but if somebody on the total opposite end of the spectrum explains it to me in a way that's like they're calm and they're intelligent and they like present the fact and they explain it really well, I'm like, man, I could see how you would think that way, and maybe I'm thinking about it wrong. So yeah, I find myself changing my mind all the time. But I really, and back to what I was saying at the start, I'm quick to like I'm a snap judgment, or I snap, no, that's stupid, or that's dumb. But then once I think about it, and once you keep talking to somebody, I'm like, yeah, you're actually right. Yeah, I get why maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But some people just can't be wrong. And I don't like that.
Yeah.
I can't hang out with you for too long. And I'm definitely, if you can never admit that you're wrong, or you never change your mind about something, there's very small chance that we're going to be friends. Because I just can't, I don't want to hang out with people like that.
Yeah. And most people don't want to hang out with people like that.
Like where you're always right. Okay, yeah, you're always right.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So.
But
it's
those people truly believe that they are
yeah
right. I know, but that's...
And maybe they're right 90% of the time, but that 10% they're wrong, and they can't admit that they're wrong about that, or that that's a bad perspective on the world.
This is why I've gotten hesitant to actually express my opinions about anything, because I don't know. It's like, I know that I could be wrong.
Right.
Like, I know that I know nothing. I know that my opinions are solely opinions and not based in, like, I don't know what to trust as knowledge or fact. So I don't really have any informed, educated opinions about things, you know? So I don't know. I just think that if you have that confidence that you know everything and you are so right, that's a good level to be at, I guess.
Well, and you got to know those, you got to talk to those people, because maybe that's how you get a lot of your information. Like, I find that we spend a lot of time reacting to 30-second clips on TikTok or Reels, right?
Yeah.
And we react to it instead of learning about the actual.
But I find it so overwhelming. Like, there's so much more to every story that you can never have all the information. So I get overwhelmed by politics and the whole media brigade, because it's like there's so many voices coming at you from so many different sides that it's not like you get to sit down one-on-one with somebody and get one opinion and
for 3 hours.
And you know, process that and talk about it and spitball it back and forth. You just hear everybody coming at you, and it's just like...
Well, and that's why I like long form podcasts. Like,
you do.
When you say, and it's hard to, like, because it's but that's
but who sits there for 3 hours?
Oh, millions and millions of people. Right? Like, that's because, whereas the majority of people just want 30-second video, go on to the next thing. 30-second video, go on to the next thing. They never, like, I find myself too not, like, when's the last time there was, like, a big issue, like the Charlie Kirk assassination, where you actually sat down, like, with yourself for like an hour and thought about how you actually feel about that? Like, how you feel about it and process it. I didn't. Because you're always just, I'm on Twitter, and I'm just scrolling, and then, what does this person think about it? What does this person think about it? What does this person? And it's just like 30 seconds, 30 seconds, 30 seconds. This person hates him. This person thought he was the Messiah. This person hates him, right? But
that's what I mean. It gets so overwhelming that I think that I'm not the only one. I can't be the only one that just wants to fucking check out of it.
Right.
Like, it's too much. And you can never have all the answers, especially with AI now.
Yeah.
Like, you never know what to trust. You never know what is real. Everything you hope is real is fucking AI.
No, it is. Whereas we're sitting down and listening to really, especially to really, like, somebody that's curious and somebody that has a lot of knowledge in a subject, and listening to that conversation is really cool.
Yeah, that's where I like being the curious one. I like being the one asking the questions, because I don't know a lot about a lot of things. I am just genuinely interested in like, people, like, almost psychology. Like, what do people think? Why do they think that? You know, it's so interesting to me, observing how everybody is so different yet so the same.
Yeah, that's why it would be cool, and even like when we had, I really liked our interviews with Roy and Devin, right? Because you sat down with them for an hour, and we just got to know them a little bit, right? You know, you told, like, we told stories about them, they told stories about us, and then we talked about a little bit of their policy and why they wanted to be mayor. But you kind of, and that was probably good for a lot of people watching from Tisdale.
Well, actually, Roy Skoglund was one of my favorite ones I ever did. Like, before we started, remember when I first started doing them?
Yeah.
Just one-on-one. Roy Skoglund and Bruce Shapansky.
Oh, yes.
Those were both so good, because you got these guys who both admitted, like, they didn't even know why the fuck they were there because they don't normally just like start talking about themselves.
Yeah.
But once you got the wheel turn, and they had so many interesting stories.
Stories are good.
And like human experience stories that so many people can relate to, and like the story of the struggle and how the way you thought it was going to go wasn't the way it went, and you thought it wasn't going to work out and it worked out. Like, just everybody has a story like that.
Yeah. Yeah, telling stories about yourself and I get it that a lot of people don't want to talk about themselves.
Yeah.
But I also like sitting down with different people and just letting them talk about whatever. Like, let's just have a conversation about, like, how do you cook rice?
Yeah.
Right?
Just,
like, how do you,
just
what do you
different
like?
perspectives.
What do you like to cook? Where
Yeah.
do you like to go on vacation?
Yeah.
Well, you like to go to Hawaii. Well, I don't know if I'd want to go to Hawaii. I'm more of a Europe guy. Well, why do you like that? Oh, and then all of a sudden they start talking about how awesome Hawaii is, and then I'm like, fuck, I want to go to Hawaii now, right? I love that.
That's what I love about meeting people on vacation too.
Yeah.
Like just getting a tiny glimpse into a life totally different than yours.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole who are you? Where are you from? What do you do?
Yeah.
But after that, you don't need to tell me your whole life story. I just like, let's just shoot the shit about.
Speaking of that, who are you? Where are you from? What do you do?
Yeah.
That's a game we play at the airport. Did I ever tell you about this?
No. No.
Like, it started when me and Amanda and Rochelle went to New York.
Yeah.
And we had time in the airport to kill, and we're sitting around, we're playing this game. We'd all look around, we'd find one person, we'd pick one person, and we'd each have to guess what their
you just make it up.
what their name is, where they're from, and what they do for a living. And then one of us has to go over and actually ask them and tell them what we're doing.
That's great.
And then we started doing that every time we travel. It's so much fun.
Well, again, like I was just at a crop production show last week, and you know a bunch of people. Like I know a bunch of people there, but there's a million people there that I don't. Not a million, but there's a lot of people there I don't know. Mm-hmm. But if you just literally, like, they'll walk by your booth and you just say, "Hey, how's it going?" "Oh, good." What's your name?" Mm-hmm. Jim Johnson. "Oh, where are you from?" "Oh, I'm from Arcola." "Oh, okay. Do you farm down there?" Yeah. "Well, do you know and then, do you know so-and-so from Redverse?" "Yeah, actually I do." Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, boom. Now all of a sudden you have something in common. And then they just went from a stranger to now that you have something a little bit in common. Now it's an invitation to have a conversation. Mm-hmm. And same thing in, like, when you're in Vegas. "Oh, what's your name? Where are you from?"
We played it when we went there. We were sitting around and looking at everybody on the slot machines, right? Yeah. Playing that game. It's always funny watching the person go up, like watching one of us go up to the person, because it's always awkward. And then you can't hear them, but you could see them. And they always like.
It might be a little weird because you're kind of like picking them out. But if if you did that to the person sitting right beside you at the slot machine. Like,
no, you can't do that. Then they'd hear you. No, that's what's fun about it. You're all sitting there. You're like, okay.
It's like a fantasy thing, and then you find out what reality is.
Yeah.
How close you were.
It's always funny when people like get it, like nail it, get it straight on. Because sometimes, don't you think when you look at people, you can kind of tell either where they're from or what they maybe do for a living?
Yeah, that's funny. Did I tell you? So I've been to Vegas once. Mm-hmm. And so I went down. I couldn't sleep. I think it was like the second night I was there, and I was just like jacked up to be in Vegas. So I was just like, I'm gonna go downtown. I like walked down the strip a little bit and saw some things. This was at like 2 a.m. Mm-hmm. And then I got back to our casino, and I'm like, I don't want to go to bed. I'm gonna go play some blackjack. So I sat down beside this guy, and he was a young guy, and we were playing, and we were winning a little bit, not a lot, but we were in a good mood. So what's your name? Mm-hmm. Where are you from? Who are you? And he was from California. I said, "Well, just in Vegas by yourself or what?" He's like, "Actually, no." He's like, "I'm with my new fiance." I was like, "Oh, what?" He's like, "Well, we went to the Foo Fighters concert tonight, and I proposed to her." Mm. So she's upstairs. Like we got back, she's upstairs, and I'm like, I couldn't sleep because I'm fired up. She said yes. So he's like, I'm down here gambling. But
They just got engaged. She's upstairs and he's downstairs gambling.
yeah. I guess. Instead of upstairs banging. Yeah. Maybe they did, and she wanted to sleep. So this was like at 4 a.m. now when I met her. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Likely story.
I don't know. I thought it was kind of cool.
I always like to ask people what their middle name is, because there's always a.
Oh, and then what's the story behind it? Who are you named after?
There's usually a cool story behind it.
Yeah. You've told me that before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry to bore you.
No, I like that. I've never done that. I usually ask where you're from, and then they're usually from somewhere where I know somebody, or like somebody will be like, "Oh, I'm from Kindersley." "Oh, do you know my sister?" Like she actually, yeah, I do.
Yeah, banged her in 92.
All right, it's like, "Oh, you're from Lemberg." "Oh, do you know Rick Pattison?" "Yeah, him and my dad used to be buddies."
Yeah.
And then like, "Oh, yeah, okay."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It used to be growing up, being from Estatum and being a Lutz. It
Yeah.
was always like, which Lutz is your dad? Is Garfield your dad?
Yeah, because
everybody knew Garfield because he ran for the Liberals.
Right. That's right.
He was big into politics. He had hats and everything. Yeah, but everybody knew him, so everyone immediately thought you must be his daughter.
It is interesting once you find common ground with a complete stranger, and it might even be like you're both Toronto Maple Leafs fans.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, now you're cool.
Well, that's another thing.
You
That's
might be,
human nature.
You might be a complete psychopath serial killer, but we're both Toronto Maple Leafs fans, so you're
cool.
cool.
As long as you have something in common.
Yeah.
And it's not hard to find at least one thing that you have in common with somebody.
What's that? Not 6 degrees of separation. That's kind of how you you eventually know somebody. But there's it's kind of that concept of, you ask a few questions until you both hit on something, and then it's like, do you ever like making small talk with your boyfriend's buddy?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, say his best friend. You're like, okay, do I have anything in common with? Like, so you say, so are you into sports? No, I'm not. No, I really don't watch sports. Oh, okay. So, and you're kind of like, so you like beer? What's your favorite kind of beer? Like, you kind of got to find something that you like that he likes.
Yeah.
And then you're, okay, now we can have a conversation and start talking about something.
Yeah. Sometimes some people, it's hard to find
Oh,
that.
it's so hard.
Yeah.
Right? Like I've been with, usually it's like, and even I've done it with you, like your friends' boyfriends or something that at come to your house, and I don't know them or you're right, and it's just, but you want to be on that level. Like obviously he's a cool guy if he's at your place, so I want to see if we have something in common.
Even in like regular social situations, I've found myself like like at a rink when all the parents are just standing around in the lobby, and it's like, you feel like a loser just standing by yourself, but you should be talking to people. And some people it's easy to talk to, but sometimes it's not. I don't know. I find the hockey rink a very awkward place to be myself personally.
Yeah.
It's like I want to watch the game and I admire like hockey parents that are like all like one big happy family, and it's like, oh, so fun or whatever. But for me, I've always just been like, I know I'm the problem, but I am like shy at hockey games. Like I just go sit by myself, and it's not because I don't like anybody. It's just because I feel like the shy kid in high school for some reason.
Or maybe you don't wanna, like you want to, like we go to, you see these people every game. I don't know. I see some of that. Like
sometimes if it's been a long day of human interaction, sometimes I don't want to talk to anybody or make like small talk, but still it's not like Like I like seeing when hockey parents are like all in a big group and having fun.
You know where it's different? At a ball game.
Yeah.
For the most part, everybody,
true.
especially if you're at a different
Everyone
town,
brings their own lawn chair.
and everybody sits together.
Yeah.
Yeah. I find it being outside in the sun, people are genuinely more friendly and more social as opposed to sitting in a cold, shitty rink.
Oh. I think maybe it's just the teams. Like some teams have that.
Yeah.
Major spirit. The team parents.
Yeah. Or they're going over to so-and-so's house before the game to have beers.
Yeah.
And then they're going out to the parking lot to have beers.
What does that happen?
And then and then after they're having beer, like it's
party time?
It's party time when you go to a game. You never experienced that?
Not me personally. No,
I've
I was
heard
always
stories.
rearing children and having to look after young children. So maybe you're talking about the dads. I don't know.
No. I know some moms that's what they do. Yeah.
I don't know. That's one thing I've always just been like, what's that like? And like I said, I'm the problem. 'Cause I do go and sit by myself.
Yeah.
What are you like? You go to hockey games by yourself all the time. You have friends everywhere.
Well, I kind of maybe walk it. It's weird when you walk into the rink and you don't see somebody that you can. I always kind of scout out somebody I can sit down and chat with. And they might not be like my best friend, but it's somebody that I know and can.
But would you go sit by a stranger before you'd go sit by yourself?
No. I'd sit by myself. But then I feel weird. Like you're just
just a creep at the hockey rink.
Yeah, because I'm not here watching my kid.
Excuse me, sir. What number do you have your eye on?
Oh yeah, good looking kid. It's quick. I don't do that very often, but I have done it where I live a block from the rink. So sometimes I'm so bored on a Sunday and I just go down there and see what's going on.
Yeah.
Get a burger and go in, and it's like a U11 game or something.
I
look around the rink and I'm like, I don't know anybody here, but sit and eat my burger and watch a period and get out of here.
I was working the penalty box at Jets game on Wednesday night.
Yeah?
Midget game.
That's kind of fun, eh?
Being
down in the action.
Yeah, I prefer it down there. It's nice.
Yeah.
Somebody tried to trade me for 50-50. I was like, fuck that.
No. No, you don't want to do 50-50.
I already did my 50-50 this year. No, and the penalty box is the best job because there's no stress. Like, you don't have to work the iPad, which isn't too bad.
Right.
And you don't have to run the clock, which is my worst nightmare. You just have to open the door when there's a penalty. Got it, boss. I can do that.
You should do the announcing.
Oh, Brianne actually is really good at the announcing. My cousin Brianne. But I did have to announce the 50-50 number. I tried to give it to Mike Evenson. He's like, no, you do it. And I'm like, no, come on, you do it. He goes, no, you're louder. But I get shy. I get shy at things like that, you know, even when nobody can see you, just like
everybody can see you.
Yeah, but they're not looking
can't
at you.
See, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, the funnest thing I ever announced, because I've done quite a bit of it, like arena announcing, but the Western Regionals, when the Trojans were at Western Regionals.
Okay.
The final game. Oh my God.
Was it a nail biter?
Yeah, I went to overtime.
Like, were you just like
the Trojans
crazy
won in
on the
overtime.
mic or
what?
Yeah.
Well, I was like the whole thing, because I thought about like, okay, I gotta be good at the start. Get the crowd fired up a little bit.
Yeah.
And then be good for every goal. Make sure, because you got to have the right cadence, right?
So is that something you're actively thinking about when you're doing it, or do you just go into like performance mode where you're just on?
I think about it, but the more you do it, the more flow you get. You get more of a flow.
Do you ever have like a off night where you feel like everything's jumbled up?
Yeah. Or you say the wrong thing or the wrong. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think
names? Do
you think you've improved quite a bit since when you started?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I take a lot of pride. I know I fuck up a lot of names, but I take a lot of pride in like getting the right pronunciation of a name.
Like, that's what I think would be hard if you're
It's
not
super hard.
if you're not someone who follows the team and
Right.
knows everything. Like when
Yeah.
we watch fucking Buck and Dan,
Yeah.
like they know that shit in their
Well,
sleep.
they're getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to know
No,
that.
I know, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
That's why it seems so smooth.
Yeah, like I show up before a hockey or a football game, and I gotta go.
You got to
ask-
learn the team.
Yeah, you got to go ask the other mom, and she's like, oh, "No, it's Vincente, not Vincent." Right? Like, it's okay. Sorry.
Well, do people probably get pissed off?
Well, and that's
or what?
why I like when you get it, or even if you get it close, they're like, "Yeah, that's close enough." But when you completely butcher somebody, I just feel bad for the kid because I've been like my name's Libel,
How have they butchered?
Liebel, LaBelle.
Oh yeah,
Right.
I always
Leah
got
Bell.
Lutz.
Yeah, lots. Yeah, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But when you
There's some names at the school that like they are long ass names.
so during that Western Regionals, so Tisdale played Thunder Bay I think they played Thunder Bay in the final, and there was this kid. His name, I swear to God, I think there was 25 letters in it. It started with his name. I forget what his name was. It was like Jordan Wajawadohuja Wapatiao was Hootie or something. It was like something crazy. So I would just.
What nationality do you think it was?
He was. I don't know. Was he black? He was big. I remember he was a big, dark kid.
Uh-huh.
So he was right. Like he wasn't a Jackson. It was a. But anyways, so I would just call him. I called him Jordan W.
Okay.
Right? They were like, yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Instead of like trying to butcher his name.
Yeah.
And then the assisted by Jordan W.
Or sometimes have you ever like been super surprised about how it's pronounced? Like reading it, it's
Oh, yeah.
totally opposite of how
Yeah.
it's pronounced.
I'll usually take the program and then go to a mom and say, how do you say these names? And then write them out phonetically.
Really?
Yeah. Like, because the name is this, and then
Yeah.
you write out like C-T Consin, right? Or something or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's dedication.
Yeah.
Now we're talking about qualities you admire in people. That is something that I admire about you.
Oh.
Is like your dedication and commitment to something. When you decide you're going to do it, you decide you're going to do it well.
I do it as best as I can.
Yeah.
I'm not a psychopath about doing things perfect,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't want to half-ass them.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just do them just to do them. I want to kind of take a little bit of pride. But I don't want to do it perfect, because if you do something perfect, then people expect perfection every time. Like talking. If I talk perfect all the time.
You know what else I admire? A quality I admire in people? Their ability to do accents.
Yes.
Like, okay, Jet can do accents pretty
Can he?
good.
Yeah.
And I think that's also another, like, shows human observation, right? It's your
Yes.
ability to pick up on something, the affect of someone. Like when actors completely transform themselves and like learn how to sing or talk in an accent that they don't
Mhm.
normally have, or to a point where you're so surprised that that's not their real accent,
Yeah.
you know? I admire that quality.
Do you ever watch Adam Ray? He's a comedian.
No.
He does the Dr. Phil.
Okay.
He does the Dr. Phil shows. Have you never seen that?
No.
Oh my goodness. You gotta he is so good. So he pretends to be Dr. Phil and he does a whole show. Like
Yeah.
he'll rent a theater and then he basically does a podcast on stage
Uh-huh.
with like some of his comedian buddies.
Okay.
And he talks like Dr. Phil the whole time.
The whole time?
Yeah, the whole time. He's in character. And then
Has he ever had Dr. Phil on the
yeah,
show?
he did. Yeah, he did. It's hilarious. But he's got a couple different characters. But the way people can or Jamie Foxx.
Mm?
Have you ever seen Jamie Foxx?
Mhm.
He's amazing
Mhm.
at accents and impersonating people
Yeah.
is definitely a skill. I've got I try to do it, but I suck
Yeah.
at a lot of things.
Okay. Remember that game we played on New Year's?
Yeah.
Okay, so
That was the best.
this is a game I totally recommend for a party game.
Yeah.
Because generally you're a bunch of friends, you know, around the same people.
Right.
Kind of thing. Like we chose people from the community. And it's
What
not,
did we call it? Like Tisdale
we didn't call it
Tisdale
anything.
people charades?
I don't know what the fuck. But so everybody at the party has to write down a name or 12, however many you can think of somebody that everybody knows.
A personality from the
A
community.
personality, like somebody who's a character, a Nasty Cathy, if you will.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. We had so
put
many.
it in the hat, and then we were on teams, boys against the girls.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So somebody from your team had to pick out a person and act it out, and your team members had to guess it. And if they couldn't guess it within a certain amount of time, the other team has a chance to steal. There was no points. It didn't matter. It was just fucking hilarious.
Yeah, because we either did the way they talked or their mannerisms or
all of it. The only rules were
we
that,
described them.
yeah, the only rules is that you couldn't say their name,
Yeah.
right? Wasn't that the only rule?
You couldn't say names.
Like Curtis was acting out Mike Hill, and he goes, "Vote for Mike." He
Yeah,
got
and I think
disqualified.
and we were like, you could have just said like the mayor of Tisdale.
Yeah, we got the point.
Vote for Mike. Yeah, I remember that. That was the one rule we had. It's funny if anybody's watching, they're gonna be like, "Did you do me?"
Did you do it? And that brings me back to, you always wonder what people think that what
You're like-
character you are.
Yeah.
Like what character is Steve?
Because we definitely had some people where you act like you talk like them and act
Yeah.
like their mannerisms,
Yeah.
and then we had people who were like,
Well, even for example, on Halloween when Janelle and I were Jean and Annette Legary, like everyone got such a kick out of it because it's like you're almost honoring that person's like way of being, you know? It's like you're so original, you're so unique.
and you did it in a way that you weren't making fun of them per se.
No.
You were. It was an
It was-
homage to them.
Yeah, totally, because it was such a Mastadam event and they're such Mastadam centered people,
Yeah.
you know? Yeah, it was I love doing that. So much fun.
There's one time Gord Mamer dressed up as Gene Zazula.
Yeah, and he nailed
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
He nailed
at the
it.
bar. It
Yeah.
was Halloween at the bar.
I was
He
there. It was just packed in there, and he had the glasses on, and he had
the apron and the
the
change.
pens
Yeah.
and he was going around taking everybody's order.
I think he might even did he shave? He didn't shave his head right to the wood, but he shaved his head pretty. Like he committed to the character.
role.
Yeah.
Yeah. Danny was good at that too.
Yeah, he did some guys over the years.
Almost every year on Halloween, whoever he dressed up as, he would get the award.
Yeah, he did. I remember a couple.
I remember when he was that guy. I don't know who that old guy was, but he dressed up as him for Halloween.
Yeah, I remember that one.
And he committed to that role all night long.
Just walking around really slow.
But that's what I love. It's like when you can enjoy people in your own community, like small town characters that you actually like, you're grateful for them, right? Rather than worrying about all these people
And people
online that are characters of built from God knows what.
Like I like in our community and even in your friend group where you can kind of bust balls or make fun of somebody, but they know that you love, like they know you're a good friend and they love you, and you're not making fun of them, but you're imitating them. Like, do you get that? Like, I look at some of my friends.
Guys do that a lot more than girls do.
Yeah, like we always bug Jay about being Korean. We always talk like with accents, like fuck off, you guys, because he always says, or you like Daryl, right?
Oh yeah. Okay, Daryl, you were one of the names we pulled out of the hat on New Year's, and who did it? Curtis.
He's just like,
hilarious.
Yeah. Just gotta talk really loud. Yeah. No, it was, but a lot of you gotta have the right relationship with somebody where you can make fun of them and it not be offensive.
Have you ever crossed the line with somebody?
I'm sure I have.
Without knowing it.
Right. Yeah, like you get having a few beverages and
nobody's been like, "Hey Steve, you took it too far."
Not that I recall.
Have you ever seen anyone else take it too far?
Yes.
Gets awkward, eh?
It gets very awkward. I'm usually a good judge of, like, it's reading the room, right?
Yeah.
Like if they're reacting, if they're not laughing anymore, or if there's some awkwardness, then you just shut it down. But some people will just keep going. Yeah.
And some people like to feed that fire too.
Yeah.
Like there's people who want to diffuse the situation, and then there's
shit disturbers that like anarchy and chaos. Yes.
And the world needs both.
Right? I don't want to be friends with the anarchy and chaos guys, though.
No, but you don't mind being in the same room every once in a while.
Yeah. It is entertaining. Until it's not.
That's what the bar is
Until
for.
somebody gets punched in the face.
Then it's all over.
Yeah, it's all over. Yeah.
This whiskey's going down easy. I'm not going to lie. I haven't really been drinking at all.
Yeah?
Like, I just
haven't
wanted it.
Mm-hmm.
But every once in a while, a whiskey is... It's funny, every time I go to the bar, we've been going there, meeting there for supper, like random friends or whatever every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
And they know my drink there. It's always a Coors and clam with a salty rim. So I come in there and the cute little like Leah or Joy or somebody will be like, clam with salty rim? I'm like, give me the salty rim, baby.
I'm always changing it up on them. I go there quite a bit.
Well, usually if I'm there, it's for supper. So I like a beer with supper.
Yeah. I drink a lot of Guinness when I'm there, but I'll also drink rye. I've been drinking a lot of vodka, soda, and limes.
Oh, yeah.
Just for something different.
Yeah.
And every once in a while, I'll throw, like, when the Jays were in the playoffs, me and Mike Master just crushed Bud Lights the whole time. Because they were winning, and we're like, okay, we have to sit in the same spot, we have to drink the same beer, and we have to... and Renee Simoneau and Candy were in there. So we were on like a 2-game winning streak. I think it was the first series. And we were sitting at that big table by the VLTs watching that one TV, and the girls were sitting right beside us at that first little table. And then game 3, we all came in there, and Renee sat down at the middle, like not that table, but the next table over. Mm-hmm. And me and Mike were like, whoa, Renee, you get your ass over here. Yeah, that's where you were sitting last night.
Oh, that was fun. Wasn't that something? I heard on the news today that the home opener is sold out already.
Yeah, in 15 minutes it's sold out. 53,000 people.
I feel like it's going to be hard to get a ticket this summer.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. That's the way it should be.
Yeah. It's exciting.
I want to go.
We should go, but in a different city.
No.
It's fun in Toronto, but it's fun to go see. I really want to go to Boston and watch a Boston.
So I just said no, and then I'm like, yeah, I kind of do want to do. Oh, that's a part of my personality I got to change. Instead of saying, okay, what city should we go to?
That's the part of your personality I've had to learn to tolerate. Yeah. Doing a show together.
I jumped to something and then I changed my mind.
But it's Boston, so quick.
Yeah. I react really quick.
You usually react negatively.
I do.
And then right away your brain is like, wait a minute. There's a rainbow here somewhere.
Yeah. Or I react combatively almost. Like whatever opinion you have, I'll be like, no.
Yes.
But then the more you talk, then I start agreeing with you.
Oh, look at self-awareness journey. Number 1, Steve. You got your competency.
Yes. But yeah, definitely would be the first place I'd want to go. Because Boston.
Can you imagine if Boston was playing the Jays in Boston and Red Clay Strays were there? Yeah. You know what's wrong with you and I? We're fucking cheap.
Yes.
Every time there's been an opportunity where we're like, if this ever happens, we're going.
And then it comes
and then
up.
it comes and we're like,
$500 for a ticket. Like when why didn't we go to Saskatoon?
because we're morons. And I did the same thing when Jordy Kiefer was in Saskatoon and Mercedes, like me and Mercedes wanted to go.
Yeah.
But it was at the Coors Event Center.
Yeah, that's where Red Clay Strays was
Yeah,
too.
and it was fucking expensive.
Yeah, because you can only fit, I think they only fit like 600 people in there.
Yeah, it seemed expensive. But then later you're like, and that's exactly what we said. If we don't go, we get drunk and we say, if we don't do it, we'll regret it. And then we get sober and we don't do it and we regret it.
I think when Red Clay Strays were coming to Saskatoon and we looked initially, they were $180.
They weren't bad.
They weren't horrible.
And then we thought it would drop.
And then they went to 300.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then our assholes clenched up.
Yeah.
But now I regret it.
Well, and that's like when we...
But aren't they playing in Calgary or Edmonton this summer at their big
Possibly.
outdoor festival? Pretty sure.
Like Stampede?
No.
Mm.
Like a Rock in the Valley, but
Oh, okay.
in Alberta.
Maybe.
Pretty sure. This is where you're supposed to Google.
Yeah.
I have to pee anyway, so Google
Check
it.
this out. So if I do this. I go Red Clay Strays. Alberta? Are scheduled. Oh, here we go. Are scheduled. Oh, to perform. Country. Really?
Our birthday month.
June 22nd. What night? Oh my goodness.
28.
They're at Country Thunder. Like that's Craven.
Yeah.
Like it's the same.
Is it Craven?
Well, like Craven is Country Thunder. Craven. Like the Country Thunder's a private company that does all these outdoor music fests. Uh-oh. There we go. Wow, that's very cool. What night are they on? Country Thunder. So it's Red Clay Strays, Kane Brown, and Lainey Wilson. Sorry for yelling in everybody's ear right now. Oh, here it is. Can I open this? There it is. Yeah, I think they're on the Friday night. That's cool. Oh, I want to go. Hi, everybody. Just sitting here by myself. How cold is it out right now? It's supposed to be minus 50 tonight. Yeah, so they're the Friday night of Country Thunder in Alberta. Okay, so I think that's. I just thought of some terrible news. I think that used to be Big Valley Jamboree.
That's also when Jack graduates high school.
That weekend? Yeah.
Well, the grad is actually on Monday.
The grad's on Monday?
Yeah. This year.
Why? It's usually on a Thursday, isn't it?
It's usually on a Thursday or Friday, but it's because it's the last day, the second last day of our work year. And the last day is the day after grad that we have to submit everything, finish everything up. The last week of school is so hectic. Grad day is hectic. All those days are hectic. So it's actually like the worst fucking time for me to not be at work.
Oh.
So we would have to go up Friday night.
Come home Saturday.
And come home Sunday.
Ooh. C2. It's Kane Brown on Saturday. I'm not a big Kane Brown fan.
But Red Clay Strays are Friday night.
I think they're the first. Like the way go back. Like, look. So I think that means, and it's their opening band is coming soon. It is in Calgary. It's not. I wonder the where's the Confluence?
Okay, I think you should look into this.
Only $20 down. Monthly payments to follow. So we could put $20 down because we're both cheap. There's a payment plan for this. We should go.
Yeah. And I'll bet you like Leanne would go.
I just got to make sure I'm not doing a wedding that weekend.
Cancel it.
No. I'm getting weddings for 2027 already.
Are you doing Jets grad?
I don't think so.
Did they? They didn't. Oh, they probably didn't even ask yet because they haven't had any grad meetings yet.
Yeah.
Mm. Okay, well, put that on the calendar, little buddy.
Yeah.
You know, that's the cheapest place to go see them because it's
it's
either that or the Red Rock Canyon or Vegas or something.
Well, a day pass of that's probably only like $120.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be super fun.
You'd stay at my Uncle Wayne and Auntie Debbie's.
Oh. Perfect.
Or at a hotel. Yeah.
Calgary. 10-hour drive?
8.
8?
8-hour drive. Yeah, it's 9. 9. 4.5 to Kindersley and then another 4.5 to Calgary.
Can we talk about something for a second that I just thought of?
Yeah.
Jet's graduating this year. So I'm going to go from a completely full house because I have even Mercedes living there right now to only one child left at home. This is exciting. Think about
one
how
shy
much
of an
time,
empty nester.
How much time I'll have for activities.
And arts and crafts.
Arts and crafts. Yes. This is why.
Jets. Where's he going?
Okay.
Does he know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
And I know what you're going to say because I know how you feel about post-secondary education, how it's a waste of time and money.
I flip-flop on that, but.
And this is actually what I'm struggling with because a lot of people feel that way. And I don't 100% disagree. However, he wants to go to U of S Edwards School of Business. He's a good numbers guy. He likes school. He likes working. He likes math.
Mm-hmm.
He likes things that compute and make sense. He is excited about going and getting out of Tisdale, meeting different people. He's going to live in residence. And I'm excited for him. I think it's going to be good for him. But so, yeah, it's like you're looking at tuition. He's taking a dual credit class right now, a U of S class right now while he's in high school because it counts as both a high school credit and a U of S credit. $1,100 for one class.
Jesus.
Intro to communication. Intro to business. Comm 101. One class. Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
So like my brain's computing and I'm like, ooh. But just as when I went to school, my education is like my parents helped some and I got student loans for the rest.
But it's
my responsibility.
It was a quarter.
It's his responsibility.
It was a quarter of the price when we went.
Mine wasn't because I went to the
States. Yeah.
And I didn't have a full scholarship. It was only partial. Plus I lived in residence, so I had to pay for that. And at the time, that was 1998. If you look back, Google what the fucking economy was like in 1998.
Yeah.
It wasn't good.
Or was it good?
No, it wasn't good.
Well, but inflation wasn't. It's all relative.
Our
to
dollar
inflation.
was in the tank.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But at the same time,
did
that's part of.
But did a dollar buy you more? That's the thing that we don't compute. Is like, yeah, our dollar was shitty, but our dollar bought us a lot more than it does now.
We're getting away from the topic.
Anyways,
the topic is school, post-secondary, whether it's worth it or not. So he wants to do like accounting and business, right?
Yeah.
So you can either go to a tech school like Sask Poly and do a 2-year certification, or you can go to like a U of S and get a 4-year undergrad degree, or go on to do more CPA or whatever. Mm-hmm. But
Good for
what
him.
I'm saying is, like, different things are good for different people. Like,
Yeah.
Mercedes did a technical course and it was bang, 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 and very hard and very fast and very stressful. And now she's going to be like, have a job waiting for her almost straight out of school and be done in 3 years.
That's
and
awesome.
make good money.
Yeah.
But it's a different experience. Like, when I went to college, I was grateful, not at the time. At the time, I didn't appreciate it at all. But now looking back, I'm grateful that I had that experience of being able to take a bunch of different subjects and get a taste of different things and something other than small town high school, you know?
I think that's where the value is, especially for Jet, is just getting out of Tisdale.
Yeah.
Go to the city, experience getting up, taking the bus.
No, he's living on dorms, so he's
or
living
in
right
a dorm,
on campus.
right? Living with some different people,
Mm-hmm.
meeting different people, because he's lived in Tisdale his whole life, right? So he's known
Same 3 friends his whole life.
Exactly. So it's gonna be such a shock for him.
Yeah.
He's either gonna learn to adapt or he's gonna fucking hate it. One of the two. But he's gonna know. He's gonna know what it's like.
Yeah.
Not in Tisdale.
You have to have that experience.
Yeah.
You got to get out of here.
There is monetary value in that too, right?
Mm-hmm. And like, how many people go to U of S for 1 year and then bail?
Lots.
Or don't even make the full year.
but
it's
two,
an experience.
Yeah.
Right?
Or he might love it.
Yeah.
He might get there and be like, fuck, I hated high school, but university's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like going to the library with old Sally's there, and she's kind of cute. And
Nasty Cathy.
I don't think he's gonna. Jet's gonna meet some. He'll meet some sweet, kind of quiet, but like very attractive gal.
Oh yeah.
And
you got high hopes for Jeffy.
Yeah, he's gonna wheel a babe. For sure he will. And you bring him home, and she'll be the sweetest thing.
Yeah, he's a slow burn guy. Like he would work. He would probably.
But he's kind of funny.
He's so funny.
Yeah, he's quiet, but he's always cracking jokes and
he's
stuff like
funny
that. He's
because he's like that deadpan
like that.
funny.
And girls like that. I think they'll like that.
Like he's funny, but he seems like he's not trying to be funny.
Yeah. Yeah. No, he'll do well.
That's another quality that I look up to in people that I try to emulate, or don't try to emulate, but wish I was more like people that are naturally funny. You know?
You know, it's interesting about that when you're, and I've found this even with myself too, if you're in a group of say 4 or 5 people and everybody's funny and cracking jokes and laughing, it's really easy to be funny. Right? You
have a lot to play
roll,
off of.
Right?
Yeah.
It's the flow is good. But when you're in a group of 4 or 5 people and everybody sucks, it's hard to be funny. Because you say something that you think is funny, and then they're like, you get no reaction, and you're almost like bombing on stage in front of them. Like I find with the group of guys like Ads and Gord and Curry and all, like when we all get together, like the old OGs and Kyle Homestall and those guys, it's just who can be the funniest. That's all it is. It's just. And everybody's beaking everybody and busting balls and trying to. That's all it is. We never have a serious conversation about anything. Maybe you might talk a little bit about business or about kids hockey for a little bit. Yeah. But usually it comes back to making fun of each other.
And like that's when the best bonds are formed, right? Yeah. When you can just feel good.
Yeah.
Laugh.
But that can get exhausting too. When you do that for too long, it's like, okay, I'm not.
When you laugh for too long?
When you're laughing and you're always trying to like say something like.
Is that what it's like with you guys?
Well, no, like because you're only with them for a night. But if it was like every night, every day, and you're trying to.
I've met people like that before that are like people think they're the funny one, so then they always try to be
It's
on.
like, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just hang out and
Yeah.
watch the movie.
Yeah. But that's what I find the funniest people, even like comedians.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I tend to stop on when I'm scrolling, is like a little clip of a comedian set. And it's always the comedians that aren't like over the top trying to be funny. It's always like the quiet ones that are, they seem like they're just being themselves, and they know they're funny because they're comedians, but just the delivery is just so chill.
Well, like a Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
He just walks around the stage smoking a dart,
Yeah.
like being all philosophical and saying some funny shit every now and then.
I was watching some today. Like when I come home from work, I take the dog out, I do all the stuff, and then I sit there and I just mindlessly scroll through reels for about 20 minutes. And I was watching this one that was a comedian, and he was like that. He was just like, had a cigarette. I don't even know if he ever actually took a drag off it. He just lit it. It was part of his kind of shtick or whatever. And he was like kind of like talking about how his brain won't shut off at night, and all the things that start going through your head when you try and go to sleep sober. Like you don't have anything to like help you like fade into oblivion.
Yeah.
It's just you and your own thoughts. And he's talking about like all the things that are going off in his head, and then he's like, then you got that one stupid annoying song. It's never a good song. It's just like, we didn't start the fire.
That's funny.
But it's like shit that you can relate to, right?
That's usually the funniest stuff, is the relatable stuff.
Oh, I love comedians, man. I feel like that is one of the biggest gifts in the world, to be able to be that smart that you know how to make people laugh.
Like put together a set of like a half-hour set. Of
What is relatable? What is funny, but not over the line and not cringy, like.
And the timing and the setup and the punchline.
And just such a broad range of people. Like, who doesn't think Dave Chappelle is funny?
Right.
Like, there's lots of comedians that like Amy Schumer. Lots of people are like, oh, she's not funny. You know, like lots of different people kind of only appeal to certain groups. But then you get the odd one that you just can't say they're not funny.
You know, the ones that I like are the ones that you go into them and you're like, hey, I'm not going to like this guy because I heard about him, or I know that he's like super left or right wing and I'm the other way. And it's like, but then they say something that you might not agree with, but it's just really funny what they said. And you're like, oh, you son of a bitch, you got me. Like you're laughing. But like Jim Jeffries has his bit about like gun control, where it's like, and he's like very like anti-gun, and I'm like, oh, okay, and I'm pro guns. Like I think you should have the right to bear arms or whatever. But he said it so hilariously and funny, and his timing and just it was great. And you're like, oh, that's great. That's a good joke.
And that's intelligence.
Yeah,
like knowing timing like that.
Yeah.
Because when you watch somebody bomb, you realize how easy it would be to bomb.
Oh, and it's so awkward.
It looks so much easier than it is.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
The really good ones almost let you like you just they're talking. And you're just like you're almost in their thoughts, like they're thinking for you almost.
The ones I love are even like Matt Rife, like with all the crowd interaction,
because it's just off the cuff.
That is intelligence.
Yeah, he's very smart.
Yeah.
Anybody that's really good at crowd work, I've seen crowd work that doesn't work and it's almost cringy. But the ones like he's very good at it. He's done like whole hour specials where it's just crowd work.
Yeah. But there's probably parts that were cringy that they cut out.
Right. Yeah.
You know.
And there's probably and I think with that too, there's a template of what you're gonna do. Like you ask this question, and if they give this answer, then you do this, right? Yeah. And it might look very genuine and off the cuff, but he's probably done it a lot of times where it's but it looks cool. It's impressive.
That's like, have you ever been at a wedding and there's been either a really good or a really bad MC.
Yeah. I've been at hundreds of weddings. I've seen both.
Mercedes has to be the MC at a friend's wedding now.
Oh,
She's at
boy.
the age where all her friends are engaged.
Yeah.
And everybody's getting married, and she's got to be an MC at a wedding that she doesn't really know the couple that well.
It's interesting. Yeah.
And they have not a lot of other friends.
Mm-hmm.
So she's wondering how to go into it. And she's not she's kind of a shy girl.
Right.
Like, she's not a get up and
Just be yourself.
on a mic and talk kind of a girl.
Yeah, just be yourself. I've emceed a lot of weddings, and I know that I've had some really bad ones.
You personally.
Yeah, and I've had some really good ones.
So what made the bad ones bad?
The bad ones were usually bad where I like pre-planned jokes, or I was in my head and trying to
Be funny.
But I think with an MC, if you naturally, the flow of the night goes really smooth, and you just kind of, you're almost like some of the best MCs I've ever seen weren't even funny. Like, they didn't tell jokes or anything. They just, like, it flowed good, and they talked, like, they spoke well, and they introduced the couple, and then they're, okay, now we do having supper, and now I'm going to get up and please introduce Grandma and Grandpa. They're going to come up and say a few words, and then they might say something like Grandma stumbles, and they're like, oh, Grandma, that could have been real bad. But the ones that try too hard, and I've done it too, where you try too hard, it's almost like bombing. It's like, okay, let's go. Right? Like, we don't want to hear too much of you. We want to hear the best man, the maid of honor. We want to hear a few words from the mother and the bride.
Or the super inappropriate, cringy jokes, sexual jokes when Grandma and Grandpa are sitting front row.
Sometimes, though, I've seen that pulled off really well, where it's just off the cuff. It's hilarious.
Yeah, and lots of people will laugh.
And even Grandma and Grandpa are laughing.
But
it was such
But I'm talking about the ones where they're not laughing, where it's like,
where it's inappropriate.
I can't believe
you
just said that.
It's an inside joke, or it was really...
Okay, that's another thing. Inside jokes,
they're the worst.
In wedding speeches. Stop doing it. Stop doing it. Nobody gets it. It's not funny for anybody.
Yeah.
Tell them that at the bar when you're doing shots.
Yeah.
Like, why do people do that? I don't know.
I don't want to pick on anybody in particular. I'm gonna. It's usually the maid of honor with the inside jokes.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah. Yeah. Girls are like that.
And the guys they're usually I think the girls tell stories too. I'm not going to, the best speeches I've ever seen have been the maid of honors, though, where they just killed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of those.
I've seen more maid of honors kill it than
best man.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a really good best man speech?
Yes. Actually, who whose was really good was Chris Musselman's. Who was he the best man for? It was in Nipawin.
Anyway,
I forget, but he was great.
Matter.
It was good. It was just flowed. There was a few funny parts, but
Mm-hmm.
there's some stories. He said something nice.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of made you tear up. You got to have different emotions. Like you got to say something.
Roller coaster.
You got to have some funny stuff.
Take them on a journey.
Lighthearted.
Yeah.
Actually, another one was Garrett Curry.
Okay.
Oh man, he had the best opener ever.
In his wedding or his best man speech?
It was in his best man speech. What the hell did he say?
What?
Oh fuck, Curry. What did you say? It was at Gord Mamer's wedding, and he beat Kyle Homestall about pissing his pants. It was like the opening line. It's like
He pissed his pants that day.
No, but it was just like he's done it in the past. It's and it was just and the whole place just howled. It was just the only thing.
So it wasn't really an inside joke. It was everybody
It was
knew it joke.
It was an inside joke, but everybody knew it.
So it wasn't an inside joke.
Yeah, it was just a good joke about. Oh man, There's been some great ones. The best one, I don't know if I told you, but I did a wedding this summer in Lake Lenore, and the family was from, or the two people were from Saskatoon, but they got married out here. I didn't know a single person at this wedding, but they didn't have any speeches. What they did is somebody, I don't know if it was the uncle or something, made a video, and it was like a 15-minute video, and he interviewed. He didn't talk, but he got from like the mom and the dad and the maid of honor and the best man.
Yeah. Beforehand or
that
day?
Beforehand.
Yeah.
And then he showed it, and then they played it, and it was like all professionally edited.
Oh,
and it was
that's a good idea.
What do you love about Amanda?
Yeah.
And what do you love about John? Right? Like, and then they said it, and some of them were like really like, oh, that's beautiful, and the other ones made you laugh. Like, and
that's
they kind of put
really
it all together.
good idea.
It was amazing. It was the best thing I ever seen.
Huh?
People were laughing, they were crying. It was great.
That's a great idea.
Yeah,
takes the stress off everybody.
Exactly, because you can prepare it before.
Yeah,
and it's basically sitting down and having a podcast with the person.
Yeah,
and then just cutting it into the little clip
that
you're going to put into
the sound bites.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great idea.
That was cool.
Look at you spreading knowledge. The wedding guru.
Fuck, I've been to a lot of them.
You should start contracting out your services. Be a consultant.
Actually, what's her name? Erin Loescher and her friend from Saskatoon. They have a wedding. They plan the wedding the whole day, but she also marries them.
Oh.
Like she's the officiant. Yeah. So she did that one. And she's done a few others.
She used to work for me. I always wondered what she was doing now.
I think she's in Saskatoon. I don't know if she's doing that full time or if she's I imagine she's got another job, but she's busy with that.
Oh.
I think
that's cool.
I think there's some money in that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she's got me to do a couple weddings. That's to like now I don't have a website or anything.
You don't need one.
It's word of mouth.
You're busy enough.
Yeah.
Are you going to raise your prices? Inflation?
No.
Steve's prices will stay the same for 30 years. I just do it because I like doing it.
Exactly. Yeah. No pressure. Anyways, yeah, no. What else you got going on?
What else do I have going on? Fucking hockey and cold weather. I don't agree with it. Let's not get into it.
No.
That's for another show.
Into the weather. Okay. Well,
we do need to maybe, what are we going to come up with for an intro or something?
No, we don't need an intro. I think those are stupid.
Okay, but can we do something else?
We can have an outro.
No, I mean like for our setting, like we were talking about.
Yeah, I think we should play around with that.
Pimp it out in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get some just like a bunch of pillows and blankets.
You remember how I had those velvet comfy chairs and couches in the shop there? That's what I miss, like a big comfy chair like that. Like I need a big velvet throne.
Remember we tried that and you didn't like it?
I didn't like the camera angle. But I don't like this camera angle either. I think this is probably the worst one ever.
I like the camera angle. I'm not a big fan of the light on your face. Like it's very bright.
I'm trying not to. I haven't give a shit the whole time.
I like this though.
I've been looking at you the whole time.
Yeah, it's more.
You look at
authentic.
it more than I do.
I'm just making sure that it's still on.
Yeah. But it's stupid, the angles, because it looks like we're not even looking at each other when we are.
I think we are. I don't know. I'm not trying to look.
I think this is going to take a lot of fucking around with.
It'd be nice to have some. I like when we went back and forth.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Switched back and forth.
We don't have friends anymore.
Like if we went 1, 2, 1. Yeah, you'd have to have somebody just sitting there. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, okay.
Well,
that was good.
I'm going to pound this whiskey and go home.
We'll do it again. Bye, everybody.